The previous round of the ATV National Motocross Championship provided the game changer that the competition has been waiting years for. Joel Hetrick got out front early, while Thomas Brown and Nick Janusa battled for second. Hetrick would go on to win the Moto, but his championship rival Chad Wienen rallied as usual to salvage second and maintain the points lead. Brown snuck underneath Hetrick to grab the lead early in Moto 2, with Wienen and hot pursuit in third. Hetrick stalked Brown for the lead, and then disaster struck for Wienen. Hetrick grabbed the lead. For the first time since 2012, Wienen misses the overall podium, and taking advantage is Hetrick, joined on the podium by Janusa and Brown, and now just 1 point out of the series lead. For 1 year, all Joel Hetrick has thought about was getting back to this race and getting revenge in the ATV National Motocross Championship. And now we are here, the very famous Loretta Lynn's ranch. So much to do even off the track here, a perfect summertime racing and vacation destination. There's the 88 Bartosik family Live to Ride auction. Some cool Team USA helmets for Hetrick, Brown, and Wienen, who will be representing our country at the Quad Cross of Nations. And then here may be some future Team USA riders in our amateur ranks, all part of the Dirt Days experience. It also includes getting autographs for the top pros who are now checking out the track. Their machines are ready. Chad Wienen's Yamaha, Hayden Mickelson's Phoenix Racing Honda. There's Hayden signing some autographs right now. Wesley Wolf's machine. Cody Ford and Bryce Ford stand out in our Pro-Am class, going to try pro this weekend. There's Alan Myers, the surging rookie Brandon Hogue, Dylan Tremelin, Root River Racing always looking good. Getting some fresh graphics on the Zach Kaczmarek machine. There's Sammy Rose, Quad, Jaron Cochran, Wes Lewis, and Parker Wawerka, who's been quick since returning to racing. Jeffrey Rastrelli always fast as well. And Nick Janusa, podium at our last race. Let's check in with him.
What's up, guys? We're here at Loretta Lynn's. It's super hot right now. I'm ready for it. Coming off my last race, my first pro podium, it was a great feeling. It was actually my 50th race at a ATV National in the pro class for points. So big weight off my back. You know, it's been a struggle the past couple years, and I felt like just been every one more race that's went by has been more weight onto me, and now that that's kind of a big thing off my chest, gives me a lot of momentum moving forward. I'm feeling good. Bike's ready. I'm ready. No rain this weekend, which is a positive. We've had our fair share of rain this year, so they gotta be thankful for that as well. So other than that, I'm ready to go. Let's get this race day started.
Seen a lot of new podium runners this year, but for the most part, the 88 is on the box every single time. Joel Hetrick back in championship contention.
You know, coming off the win at Redbud, pretty awesome feeling, you know, with everything that happened. But now we're back in it. We're a point down, and, you know, it's pretty big relief for me, I guess you could say. And then also it adds stress because now it's not over. I mean, 1 point's nothing to joke about. There's 4 motos left. That's 100 points to be gained. So anything can still happen, and, you know, we're here. We're coming off a win at Redbud, and we're ready to get on the box again and hopefully get another top spot victory and just put it all on the track like I have been. You know, after the mechanicals, I did have it early on. I just went out there and put everything on the track, and, you know, I'm not going to change my ways right now. It's been working for me, so I just want to continue doing what I've been doing and try to, you know, knock off a couple more wins. 3 of them would be great.
1 year ago, Hetrick's chain broke here at this race, and it ended his championship bid. This year, the man trying to bounce back is that one, Chad Wienen. He had similar problems at our last race. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Thomas Brown in the hunt anytime you go racing. He's even won at this track at Loretta Lynn's before. Let's talk with him.
Here at Loretta's, nice and hot out, man. I'm looking forward to it. Been down in Texas getting ready for it. It's going to be a test today. I think the biggest thing is just the heat. It's going to get to everybody. Looking forward to it. Come off a good race at Redbud. Ready to battle with those front two guys and see if I can mix it up in their championship points a little bit. Other than that, there's a ton of people here watching, looking forward to the weekend. And, man, just keep doing what we've been doing all year and see if we can get up there and battle up front.
Well, Brown says he wants to get involved and mix up the points. I guarantee you he wants to help his fellow Yamaha man and good buddy Chad Wienen. So we'll see if Brown can be a factor first. We'll put the ATVs out on the track in our qualifying. Chad Wienen in an unfamiliar situation, having to rebound from a bad race. There's Hetrick, always fast in qualifying. Last event, though, Wienen was actually the quickest in qualifying. We'll see what happens when the stopwatches are done today. There's Brown. You see that very deep sandy soil as this facility has really evolved through the years. It's Janusa through the 10 Commandments. And Brandon Hogue, the rookie, had a podium 2 races ago at Unadilla. Rough go of it at Redbud, looking to bounce back here. That was Wesley Wolf. This is Alan Myers. Hayden Mickelson on his way through the 10 Commandments. That's the teammate of Hetrick. Oh, really hard to get that last jump through there. Sammy Rowe taking a shot at it. Parker Wawerka, he's got the speed to get up there. Let's see if he's prepared enough today. Cody Ford, we've seen the 52 all year in the pro class. Dylan Tremellin, but there is Bryce Ford. Let's see what a hot shot out of the Pro-Am class can do in the pro division today. Wes Lewis goes by in 79. Jaron Cochran in the 563. This is the Argentinian Catrell Altamirano. We will see how the international threat fares today. Hetrick, your Dirt Nation fastest qualifier. Hogue, second quickest. So it's going well for Hetrick right now. 4 motos and 2 rounds remain this season. 1 point between he and Wienen for the championship. It's all on the line. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Let's go racing Moto 1 Dirt Days at Loretta Lynn Ranch. There's Chad Wienen. Championship hanging in the balance. 1 point between he and Joel Hetrick. And we've got Hetrick with our Rocky Mountain ATV MC on board. Hetrick has been nailing his starts lately, and he's got one with Brown right behind him. That's bad news for the rest of these boys. We're on board with Brandon Hogue. Nice move by Parker Wawerka to get by him in the twisties here at Loretta Lynn Ranch. Brown putting some heat on Hetrick right now as Wawerka and Hogue are battling it out for a third. Look at Brown right up on the rear tires of Hetrick. I told you Brown would love to get in there. He's not going to be overly aggressive or dirty, but he would love to take some points from Hetrick, and he's trying right now, and he's got the lead. Checks in the mail for Hogue for giving us great onboard footage of this battle. Hetrick trying to come back in a storyline, the back section of the track. Hogue and Rastrelli now really battling it out for third and fourth. So Wawerka has gotten shuffled, and it looks like Hetrick has managed to weather the storm from Brown. Where is Chad Wienen? He's pretty far back. Hetrick now through the sand. It's smooth right now. It's going to get really bad as the day goes on. He goes wide, didn't have to protect the line, had a big enough gap built up at that point. Oh! Off the track, I think that's Rastrelli. Hogue going to get by him. Incredible action early here at Loretta's as we hit the beach turn, headed toward the finish line. Rastrelli is back and putting pressure on Hogue, that 26-28 battle. Then you've got Wawerka, and finally Chad Wienen comes through. Hetrick over the tunnel jump. And look at that pace. Raw speed, no one can touch him on a weekly basis in this series. Some motos, yes and no, but overall he's the fastest man in the game. Brown doing everything he can to stay with him. Oh, and it's a big scramble back here as we're on board with Janusa. Let's see if he can make a pass stick and take advantage. He does. Hetrick just pulling away ever so slightly from Brown now, who is right there in the early laps. Oh, but not the timing that Hetrick wanted through the 10 Commandments. That might help Brown catch back up. On board again with your leader. Indeed, Brown closed the gap back up. Got the 10 Commandments clean. How about Hogue? Going for more podiums. Wienen making a move on Wawerka, so Hogue might be dealing with the champ before long. Thomas Brown, right now he's saying, what are you saying about Hetrick's speed? I can run with the kid today. And his reward for that is a huge face full of roost out of that sandy corner. Hogue still has third locked down. Hetrick a look over his shoulder. Now he knows it's Brown he's got to deal with. That's good news for him. He does not want to see Wienen close by. Hetrick trying to set sail. Brown doing everything he can to keep the heat on as they race past the billboards. Wienen trying to close the gap on Hogue. And the rest of the field comes through. It's Mickelson who he's trying to make the pass on, and he did it in the same spot he made a pass the previous lap. Loves that mechanics turn. Hogue cannot quite see the leaders, but he is going to hear Chad Wienen before long. Joel Hetrick trying to roll away. Big triple into Storyland. And there's the pass by Chad Wienen. The rookie Hogue riding well and learning some lessons from the veterans as Hetrick tries to run away with it. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Joel Hetrick leading this ATV Motocross race at Loretta Lynn's next to last round of the season. They're into the 10 Commandments. Usual suspects up front. Thomas Brown second, Chad Wienen third. This is Brandon Hogue, the upstart rookie, riding well in fourth right now. This race has generally been the season finale in this championship more often than not, but this year they're going to race it out at the Motocross dirt bike finale at Ironman and have their final round there. Just more racing to bring to you. Joel Hetrick looking to wrestle the points lead away from Chad Wienen today. And this track is so much rougher than it was on the opening laps of this moto. Now Wienen has closed right up on Thomas Brown, so we've got a battle for second. And Wienen has done this all year. Starts have not been, I feel, as on point as previous seasons, but Brown's not going to put up a fight now, not with championship points up for grabs. Brown's not in it for the title this year, and he made it easy on Wienen. Now Wienen would have to pray for a miracle to catch Hetrick. Janusa, as we know, loves himself some inside through the mechanics area and uses it to make the move on Rastrelli. He has picked up his pace, Janusa, the last couple of races. Hetrick does not need to pick up the pace now. He is on cruise control, way out front. Good effort from Brown to run with him early. But look at the gap Hetrick has now. So we'll go back on board with Janusa with the Rocky Mountain ATV MC onboard camera. Janusa was 11th on lap 1, and he is now in 5th. And you can see now frame deep the ruts on this track. Hogue about to get into that same sandy beach turn as Hetrick. White flag is out. It was this first moto 365 days ago where Hetrick's machine broke and it cost him the championship. He's out for revenge this time. And I'll tell you, Hetrick, all he's been looking for the last few years was an opening. He got this championship one time 2 years ago. Thought he was going to get it last year. Didn't happen. Wienen has been so consistent, and the chain problems for Wienen at the last race at Redbud so rare. But Hetrick is taking full advantage, and he takes the '88 Phoenix Racing Honda to victory. There's Hetrick on the podium debriefing with Rodney Tomlin. Hetrick getting ready for Moto 2. Wienen has to bounce back, at least at the moment. Hetrick is the new points leader, but at the end of the day, will the story be different? Let's go racing in Moto 2. Wide open into the first turn, and another SSI decals hole shot for Hetrick. He has been lightning quick out of the gate this year, so that's step one. See the shadow though. Brown going for it. A bad line by Hendrick. This time Brown able to get by. That's what he was not able to do in Moto 1. I believe that's Wesley Wolf in third. Hogan giving us the onboard. There is Wienen, who's tripling out of the 10 Commandments, desperate to make up ground. Taking off into Storyland is Brown. And I don't even know how Wienen made up that much ground. He's already up to fourth. Oh, it's all on the line right now. I sound like a broken record saying it, but when you have 1 point separating first and second in the series with 2 races remaining, every move matters. And that was a big one for Brown to get the lead from Hendrick. Hendrick going back to work on him. Here is Janusa behind Jeffrey Rastrelli. Back to the leaders. Hendrick looking for an opening. Down to the inside on Brown. Not enough. Janusa at the very tail end of this pack. You can see them right ahead of him. These two battling for the lead. And then Wienen in third. To the billboards we go. Hendrick entering on the outside. Can he use the momentum? Hogue in a similar situation. Got cut off there. Was lucky to save it and not get slowed down. How about Wesley Wolf maintaining third over Wienen? Janusa just loves that inside in the mechanics corner, using it to his advantage to make another pass. Brown and Hendrick through the 10 Commandments. Little mistake by Brown, but he's in the main line. Nothing Hendrick can do to take advantage. Into Storyland, here's Hogue. Outside shot at an overall podium today as we're back to the lead duo. Can Hendrick find an opening on Brown? I think Wienen might have just sliced by in the third, but let's keep watching these two. Hendrick to the inside of the beach turn. Can he hold it? Little mistake. Brown blows the line and Hendrick to the lead. A clutch move by Hendrick. We're on board with Janusa. Stay with us. Joel Hendrick tries to go 1-1 here at Loretta's. Brown gave it everything he had. It's now up to this man, Chad Wienen, to respond. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and by Maxxis. Joel Hendrick on fire in ATV Motocross. Now the battle is on between Brown and Wienen for second. Brown yielded to his buddy in Moto 1. Let's see how he plays it in Moto 2. Janusa and Hogue having a great race. Janusa has gotten around the rookie. And there it is. Once again, Wienen short work of Brown, who I do not think wants to interfere with Wienen in the championship chase. But Hendrick is in control right now. He doesn't need help to win this title. If he just wins the motos, the championship will be his. One race remains after this in Indiana. Hendrick looking for the 1-1 again. This would be his 6th straight moto victory. Janusa and Hogue having a battle. Hogue coming right back on him. I thought the rookie was out of steam. He comes right back on the New Jersey native. And there's Wienen. He's in no man's land. He's got Brown, but he is not even close to Hendrick on this day. And the starts have not been as good as usual for Wienen, and the riding and starts have been on point for Hendrick. And Hogue, I think he's got this battle won. That should be good enough for a 4th overall today if he holds on to the 4th in this moto. So here's Hendrick. What an incredible run, but he needed luck. Oh, Dylan Tremelin out. He needed something to go wrong for Wienen to get back into this championship because we had a couple of mud races. He had problems getting his machine to the line. And we look back at the Unadilla race where his engine quit within sight of the finish line, and he was able to coast and push the machine to where it tripped the transponder line. At the time, it looked like he had maybe, that would cost him the moto win or the overall for the day if he couldn't get it pushed to the line. Now we realize those points he salvaged could mean everything at the end of the year. Checkered flag now in sight. Joel Hendrick, 6 straight moto wins. Chad Wienen going to have to settle for second today and give up the points lead to the 88. On the race that took so much from him last year, Joe Hedrick gets the points lead back in 2019.
Finished up Moto 2 here at the ranch. Pulled the 1-1 for the victory today. It feels awesome. I haven't held that red plate for a long time, and it feels really good to have it back. We got 5 points on second place heading into Ironman. It's going to be an awesome event. It's with the bikes. We're on Friday. I'm super stoked for that track. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of like home. It's clay, hard pack. So I'm super stoked to go to that and try to keep the momentum going and pull off a 1-1. But if not, just try to do a split and get this championship. It's been a crazy season and we've had our ups and downs, but we're on a incline right now. We're going up. So I'd like to keep it going. We'll see you there.
I felt like I rode really well. I just didn't have the starts today, but not taking anything away from Joel. He rode well and got starts, and that's what it takes. But I put myself in a fighting chance for the final round, and I just know that I got to put everything I got into this thing if I want it. So just got to work on the machine a little bit and get a little more comfy and just go for it. And huge hats off to my team and everybody behind me and all the fans and supporters out there. And that's a wrap here at Loretta's.
Third overall, went 3-3 on the day. Man, showed some great speed today. I really felt awesome. Beginning of both motos, had speed run up front. Second moto actually made a pass to the lead and led a lap. But man, my endurance, hit the 5-minute mark, which is so early in the motos, and I was dead. Don't know what's going on, but I just felt weak all day. But you know what? Team pulled together, kept behind me all day, so I'm super stoked on the CST Brown River Yamaha, man. We whole team pulled together today, and we made it work. Excited to be up here on the box, and looking forward to the last round and then heading overseas.
Here is your Maxxis race recap. Good start in Moto 1 for Hedrick. Look at Brown. Thought he had the pass made, just couldn't quite seal the deal. It allows Hedrick to take the lead back. Nick Janusa passed 6 riders by using that inside line around the mechanics area. Here's Chad Wienen getting to second around the fading Brown. But Hedrick goes on to take the Moto win and another whole shot in Moto 2. This time Brown is able to make the pass. Hedrick, a bad line, goes wide. More passes for Janusa. He had a great battle with young Brandon Hogue. Hedrick able to get the lead back from Brown, and then Wienen getting around Brown, who there admitted post-race just didn't have the endurance today. No one had an answer for Hedrick, who now has a 5-point lead with the Ironman finale coming up. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Congrats to our podium finishers, Brown, Hedrick, and Wienen. It's been dirt days from Loretta Lynn's ranch. We'll see you at Ironman.